All right, happy Friday, you guys. Let's have some fun this morning. It's Flashback Friday, Vegas style. I'm going to take you back to the year 1993. Now, Vegas was so fun, and it was also kind of weird back then, but that's what made it great. The Treasure Island opened, and with it, a big pirate battle every night. Welcome to the Battle of Buccaneer Bay. It's the British Navy against pirates. Somewhere in all that fire, smoke, biceps, and black eyeliner is Shannon Kehoe. Fresh out of El Dorado High School, Kehoe heard about this wild new show on the Strip.
It's going to be a pirate show, and there's a bunch of stunts, and I know you love jumping off cliffs and stunts and all this, so why don't you go try out? And I did, 1993.
Did you make it?
I didn't.
Like any good pirate, Kehoe was pesky. He kept trying out and eventually got the job. Next thing he knows, he's a pirate on the Las Vegas Strip.
You walk out there, there's a sea of people, especially back then. You're like, oh, time to perform.
Being a pirate certainly had perks. These guys were Vegas celebrities, free drinks, VIP access, and some other things too.
A lot of girls go after you. Here's one of them.
This is Shannon Kehoe now, but back in the late 90s, she was Shanna the cocktail waitress working at the Battle Bar. Let's just say Brian caught her eye.
I literally said, that's the one I want. And rest is history. So.
You got your pirate.
I got my pirate, absolutely.
And in a true Hollywood twist, without this man, they probably never meet. John Napier is a world-renowned set designer. Back in the early 90s, he had just worked on the movie Hook. His friend, Steve Wynn, was looking for an idea for his new casino when out of nowhere, a fax from London showed up. Alan Feldman says that fax was a game changer. Napier laid out a theme, the pirate battle, and even the name itself, Treasure Island.
And if you remember in Hook, he had done this village, and he thought that would make an incredible attraction out front. And he said, you ought to have a pirate battle every night.
Treasure Island opened October 26, 1993. Everything was going pretty smooth until some of the floors started getting sticky. Syrup lines for the soda machines had been embedded in the floor, and something went wrong.
Great idea until they failed. And the syrup started seeping up through the floor.
Despite some sticky floors inside, outside was the coolest new show on the Las Vegas Strip. Brian loved being a pirate, except for one thing. That water in Buccaneer Bay was really cold.
Yeah. Next door at the Mirage, it was a running joke that they heated the water for the dolphins, but the pirates, they just kept it cold.
Although stunts are hard on the body too, back, ankle, neck, Brian even split his head open during a show.
Blood gushing down the center of my forehead. Guy fell off the ship, landed on my head, and bent my head back. Yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff.
After thousands of shows, the Battle of Buccaneer Bay closed in 2003. Part of the old bay is now a CVS, but the ships are still there, and many of the castmates are dear friends to this day.
We're able to build lifelong friendships, and we still have those friendships. It's great, but you know, we miss those days. Everything changes, unfortunately.
Yeah, pretty cool. That pic 22 years ago. Now those two are married. They have a couple of kids. And they say, you know, every once in a while the kids will hop on YouTube and look up Dad on some of those old videos of the old pirate show. And they get a kick out of seeing their dad as a pirate.
I'm sure they do. Now, Dave, you know, I call you my Nevada encyclopedia, my personal Nevada encyclopedia. Anything that you learned, this is the second edition of Flashback Fridays, that you just were shocked by or surprised by that you didn't already know?
Yeah, I had no idea the connection with John Napier. I had never even heard the name John Napier until Alan Feldman told me about how he and Steve Wynn, who had worked together on some other projects, literally just sent this fax over and kind of sketched out the pirate battle and even had the name Treasure Island. And that was kind of the launch point to what became Treasure Island.
And I told you when my niece, Samira, was 4, she decided she wanted to have her birthday party here in Vegas, which says a lot about our family.
Smart kid.
And we obliged. So we saw what we thought was the original pirate show, but when you said that it ended in 2003,
right,
we saw a different version, I guess.
That was the Sirens version.
Okay.
So that pirate show ended in 03, and then I can't remember what year the Siren show started, but that one had a definite different look. Let's just put it that way.
All right.
Less clothing in that one, if you know what I mean.
Oh, it definitely wasn't appropriate for a 4-year-old and her 4-year-old friends. Thanks, Dave.
She definitely got an eyeful.